Okay, so today, ooh, I hope the mic is working okay because PNG Tuber, hold on. Hold on, why are you not jumpy? Oh, I think I see why. Hold on a second. This one? No? I don't know. Hopefully you can hear me. I don't know what's going on with her. She's not moving. Weird. Are you alive? Wake up. What the heck? Anyway, so today I am going to be streaming these artworks over here. Today is going to be a shorter stream considering I have some events coming up this week. I am going to try and figure out our PNG tuber. I think she's just frozen for real. But I did get feedback from Margot, and I believe one of my last commission streams I was working on these sketches as well as her other commission. So I'm going to apply the notes here. I'm not going to work on the other one because we have limited time. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to turn off PNG Tuber and then turn her back on. I think there's a little glitch happening. I don't know what happened. Give me 2 seconds. Thank you. I love how I said all that and I didn't. You can see the PNG tuber moving, so you know it works. There's always something that goes wrong. And what went wrong this time was definitely the fact that her mic disconnected. To be honest, I was filming a YouTube video, so I kind of had to do voiceover, so I think something happened with the mic when I was recording. Anyway, let's continue. I'm going to search up the notes that she gave me. I always give her the option to mix and match, so I believe there's small things from each one. Number 3 is the base, but we'll do the hands like 2. And then we're going to change their height to be similar to 4. Okay. So in that case, I'm going to actually put them together, duplicate them, merge them because we don't really need all that information. Can I just like steal? No, I can't. I was gonna be like, can I steal their arms? I don't want to cut into the silhouette here. Let's make him taller. I'm going to clean up the sketch on top. Ooh. Oh my, I turned off my tablet. Things are happening to me today. Everyone, I am going through it. Hi Margot, how are you? Okay, tablet's back. We're good. We're great. Did you hear? I don't know if you can hear. It's a desktop sound, but it went doo-doo. Like, listen, it's been a long day. What did I do today? No, in fact, yesterday was kind of crazy. I set up my whole booth in my basement, which is really cold considering I'm in Canada. I didn't realize how much of an impact it had on me, but it was crazy cold. And I got very stiff. You know, it doesn't feel great. And then I basically redesigned everything, printed a bunch of stuff, did all this stuff. And then today, I had to count the inventory, continue fixing stuff, frantically, just running around going like, ah! And we still have more to do, which is why today it's only going to be a 3-hour stream because I have to wake up early tomorrow. And then I have another event on the weekend, and then I have another event the day after that. So I have to have I have to prep a lot. I'm not gonna lie. You know when you like focus really hard on something, at some point your brain just like clocks out? Is it just me? When I'm focusing on something really boring, I just clock out. Like my eyes are just like, I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore. So then what happened was, I was like doing something quite monotonous and it's cold and I'm not listening to music because I was recording the process. And after a while I was just sat there staring at my display going, I know I have work to do, but I just want to play video games, man. So I ended up playing video games. I needed a mental break. That's what ended up happening. What a crazy story. But con prep is insane. That's why they call it con crunch. And I don't think we get sick from the conventions itself. I think we get sick because we sleep so badly and we're so stressed beforehand. But yeah, that's why my partner gave me like the good idea to be like, maybe you should just do less today, you know? Maybe you should not. I didn't actually fight my printer today though, which is good. My printer has been good. I finally figured out how to work with my printer, which is great. We've become great friends. Yay! Alright. This hand I could reuse, but this one... In general, sleeping badly. I think my issue though is like when I do conventions and things, it's not like even travel because some of them are local or even just markets, right? They're not always conventions. But then the issue is more like, oh, there's always something missing, you know? There's always something to do. Good printer. Like a dog. Good dog. Oh, my dog was so cute while I was doing my display. She kept coming downstairs to be like, what are you doing? What are all these noises? What's happening? It was really cute. But we did have to drop her off with family, or drop them off with family. So now I'm in a dogless, not a godless house, but this is not a godless country. This is a dogless house though. How am I gonna survive without the fluffy pom-poms? I don't know. Oh, what a way to live. The stress level went up exponentially. No dogs. Okay. I do find like if I stay up late playing video games, it's a very different sleepiness than like, you know, when you do something mentally taxing. I think mentally taxing for me though, it has to be something really boring. Like if it's something interesting, like video games, I won't really get like mentally tired. I'll be like, oh cool, we're on a little adventure, we're doing something cool. But if I have to stare at the same thing and problem solve for like 3 hours, oh my goodness. Please. I can in another life, I cannot be an accountant. Like, there's an alternate universe of me. She's not an accountant, I can promise. No way. Oh, that seems so boring. There's some people who have that kind of focus, though. I do not. It's not me. I admire them because we need them. Somebody needs to do that stuff, and somebody needs to do this stuff. I guess to some people, drawing is kind of boring too, right? I guess sports is like really energizing. That arm might not be correct, but at least I can read what's happening. Okay, well, undoes the line that I need. Typically Tuesday is my day off, and today is supposed to be my Friday, right? But because I have an event on Tuesday, which is kind of convenient, I suppose? I don't really know if it's convenient, to be honest. At this point, maybe it's not convenient. Maybe I don't really lose on time for like commissions and things like that. But it does kind of make sense that I'm very tired. Which is why I'm a PNG tuber today. Trust me, you don't need to see me on camera. My face would not change for... I would be like the beginning of this stream where the PNG tuber wasn't moving. That would be me. Especially when you're recording YouTube videos, you have to be pretty energetic, right? And so then I think I'm an extrovert, so I'm pretty excited. But like, oh my goodness. After like the third try, I'm like, no, I'm tired. I don't want to say the same thing 4 times. I'm good. So maybe the rest of that video is probably gonna be kind of rambly, like my streams are. I don't know, maybe it's maybe it has some appeal. I don't know. I like listening to people ramble. I gotta pray that some people enjoy that. Because if they don't, man, what am I gonna do? Alright. Some of these lines I actually did like. I just really couldn't understand what was happening here because I duplicated it, so. And then this arm, also I'll redraw, and then I'll like combine them so we don't have to like spend a century. How accurate is this arm? I don't know. Don't ask me these questions. I don't know that answer right now. Actually, I think this line isn't necessary right now. You can see, it's not that crazy anymore. Okay. The one thing I didn't like about this pose was that, like, yeah, he's stiff, kind of like leaning back, but a bit too much, where he looks a little uncomfortable. Ooh, we're gonna correct it. Correct! There's a trick here, actually. I don't know if it'll work here, but if you draw a line from the shoulder point, the point of the shoulder, to where you want the hand to be, so like here, the elbow will be in the middle. Here. Come on. We just started, actually. We had some mishap at the very beginning, and now, here we are. I don't know how far I intend to get today. Today I'm drawing, I think I did this a few commission streams ago. Margot's characters from Hunter and Hunted. Got Teo here and Emmanuel here. Emmanuel's feeding Teo, who's reluctant. Eating some strawberries. Did I... Hold on, I erased that line and now I'm like, wait. Where is the... Here? 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 I don't know. It's a T. Hopefully that works. I don't know. Honestly, probably we're gonna need a 3D model. I have no idea. We'll figure it out. Trying to measure where the elbow is supposed to be. To be honest, I don't even know what I want to do with this arm just yet, or this hand just yet. Like, is it this way? I think actually it should be further back. Because originally when I sketched this, his arm was further back. So this arm should be more relaxed. This is going to be a very low energy stream, I can tell. I've already expended all of my energy. Now the energy is on me trying to figure out, doing mathematical equations with this elbow right now. You're like that one meme with the guy with the map. Or not the map, the wall with all the red thread. Like... sleep deprived and crazy. This one is a little bit. Looks like a really weird four-fingered situation, but it's just because I'm planning it out. I'm imagining the thumb is like here. Not like he's gripping his arm. That would be a little bit too intense. I think it's more like gently like, hey, whoa. You're putting that strawberry near my face a little bit too fast, my man. Yeah, just gently. This arm though, gonna have to... I remember drawing it being like, definitely, thank you. Not exact. Well, actually, I meant remember drawing. What is this? What is this actually? What is going on here? Nothing is going on. I have 100% drawn this hand before. I just don't remember. Not like this exact hand. I just mean this pose before. In my visual library somewhere. This is not correct. Immediately starts drawing. Hold on a second. That ain't right. Should not be showing this part of the finger that much. I'm just talking nonsense. Do I actually know? I don't remember at all. So for now, we're gonna figure that out. Clip Studio, I think the newest version, they now have a thing where it's like you can use the camera to like 3D model the hand. So you can trace the hand and directly do the pose that you need, and it'll just like understand the camera, which is very cool. However, because I'm streaming, I can't use my camera. But also, I think that's the modern version. Like, I don't know if this version, Clip Studio 4, has it, to be honest. One of my mutuals was reviewing it. No, it's like based on like an active camera. You move your hand and then the 3D model copies, almost like motion capture. Mocap. Very trippy. I wonder if I can find like an example of it. Like, there's a video of it. Let me see. What is that function called? Definitely we can't use it now. Oh, somebody asked it about it. Oh, apparently they used to have like motion capture something. Like actually the suit. 3D hand. It's in Clip Studio 5. And I have 4 and I'm not about to buy it right now. Yeah, but it's very trippy. You can extend the nails. You can add veins. You can change the proportions of the hand. Hi Chips, how are you? Oh, Chips and I are going to the same event tomorrow. You ready? Bro. Oh my god. Perfect situation, I can ask. Is somebody else dying right now? Cause I am. You're a dog. What a cute. Yeah, you guys are you beans are my dogs right now because my dogs are not at home because I have events. Not ready at all? Hey. I understand so hard. No, for real. Last night, you can already tell I have no energy, but I'm doing my best, everyone. I'm doing my best. Because last night, legit, so I was doing my test build in the basement and it was really cold. And I didn't realize how much stress it put on the body to be so cold and, you know, just, I don't know. It was nighttime. It was getting really cold. And I think at some point I just started crying. I was like, it's so cold. I'm so sore. I didn't understand why I was so stressed. And then I went back down there and I was like, oh my god. The bottom of my feet hurt. How is that possible? What the heck? I have a time limit of being in the cold, I think. I can't do it. Yeah, that's so real. I'm gonna do it. I can't wake up early, so then this stream is gonna be 3 hours, and then I'm going to frantically do something. Luckily, we have to be there at 11 o'clock, so it's not so bad. Hello, how are you? There's something else I was gonna say about this, but I was like, what about this? Actually, why am I doing the face right now? It's not what I'm supposed to be doing. Hold on, let's make sure the pose is correct. Hold on. Does this look correct, everyone? Eat it all in the beak. I would definitely gonna put it in the cart. Okay, listen, this is all that I did. So, I did a test display because the last event that I had was in 2025. So then I was like, okay, let me test this. Let me make sure. Chips actually was like one of the first to see it. I drew Zagreus and Melinoe from Hades, so I had to change my display. And then not only did I have to change my display in that way, I had to change like the rest of my display because it's getting to the point where I have so many prints I can't display them. So I was like trying to figure out how to make this more neat and also not kill myself while trying to make like the display. The display takes too long to make. and having the cold time limit. Oh, oh, that's so relatable. Forgotten movie. Loomis. I can't read. the bottom of your feet. Like, I woke up one day and I was like, why does the arch of my foot hurt? Yeah, everyone's always welcome to lurk. Go ahead. Always. I personally have to be a lurker when I'm in people's streams. Do appreciate the heads up that you're there. However, sometimes I do occasionally see people. Somebody, one of these beans is always watching my streams, and I can tell based on the number. And then they're just like, they're there, but then they're not. They're not. They're just little ghosts. Ooh, tower holders. Tower holders. Oh, tower or towel holder? Because it could actually be both. I was previously using a pan pots and pans, the lid holder. Okay, I don't know how to explain this. Let me just draw it for you. Okay, you know the thing that holds pots and pans? It's like this, right? So then my prints used to be like this, but the thing is my prints are so big that it'll flop over like this. Ah, so tiered, so like a staircase kind of thing. Are you talking about like? I have also seen something like this, but I'm just like, what? How does it look actually? My sticker holder is like this actually, like this. Yeah, it's kind of like a dish rack. It's just like wider. Girl, so relatable. all of us holding hands in stream, being like, I've got no energy. I want to see what we're talking about. My sticker holder is a nail polish organizer, to be honest. And listen, you can tell that I was really tired. My partner walked in on this. It was pretty funny. I was, so I have an acrylic sticker holder, which is nail polish organizer. But the problem is we forgot to remove the film that like protects it from scratches before putting in the screws. So then I was like, oh man, we can't leave it like this. Let me fix that real quick. It was not a quick affair. I don't swear on the stream, but if you were in that basement with me, you'd be really concerned. I was like, it's 2026. How have we not developed something that works better? No. We're gonna cause all of these problems for artists, but we can't think of a sticker organizer that's durable and doesn't have this problem. I start screaming. Nobody's there to witness it. I'm just screaming to myself. And then my partner walked in and then he's like, are you okay? And I was like, did you hear all that? He's like, no. And then he saw me for like 5 minutes freaking out. And then he was like, I'm gonna leave. You seem like you're going through it. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I do be going through it actually. Oh. Good for him. That was a smart decision. I was holding a screwdriver and prepared to like break the holder. I didn't do it though. It survived. True aggression. I was very, very frustrated at that thing. Oh, I see what you're talking about. It's like that magazine holder thing. It's similar to my sticker holder, except it's like a little bit more. It's like literally meant for stickers, or not stickers, but like flat objects, flat items. I also can't speak. What the heck? See, I've already gotten out my stress on the sticker holder. If anybody has piercings, tiny piercings, this will be relatable. I also have small piercings, and if you drop like a piece of jewelry and you can't find it, it's very stressful, and you're just trying to like put them together and it's like impossible. You can't see what you're doing. That was me doing the screws in this stupid sticker organizer. But like this kind of thing, right? Well, kind of. It's more like this. I think these are pretty effective. I think maybe a little bit more expensive. Depending on the size. Or maybe it's just Canada. Because sometimes I find cool stuff and then I'm like, oh, it's America only? Why? Why? Something else to rage about later. Surely. I think nothing makes me angrier than the cold, honestly. All right. I think, well, they're gonna be wearing clothes, so I think we're okay. I've just been yapping. Ooh. Ooh. That's an interesting display. I don't think I've seen that actually, but I think for bigger prints, that's pretty smart. I don't think artists are allowed to get away with it at certain conventions, but at markets, yes. You know, those kind of things that like, they're like standalone. They're not on the table, but they're on the floor in front of your booth or near your booth. Unfortunately, artists have some restrictions. Exactly. Yeah. You drop an earring, you're like, it's over. I have a lot of earrings. You know, that's so fair. I actually don't know what that's called either. You know what it reminds me of though? Those magazine displays. I know one artist, we went to the same event. I think Chips also was there. And then they also had one of those. And it, because of the weather, I think, or maybe somebody bumped into it, it completely fell over. And I was just like, oh, so sorry. Hold on, I'm just opening the file thing. Lest I just sit here and yap forever. Just making sure anything. Is there any, did we have any notes on what type of clothing that they're having, or is it the same clothing? Because they can have the same clothing. I think it might have been Illustrator's Bazaar. I don't know if Chips was there. Were you there? Cannot remember. I did a YouTube video on that one too. Poor person. Yes. Yeah. Actually, somebody, because the event was outside, somebody else I was passing by, and they their display, I think they were in a tent. Their display fell over. And then I went over to help because, you know, fellow artists, I was like, oh my God, all of your prints are on the floor. Let me go help you and pick them up. And then I think maybe they were in a position of like, no, I don't want to inconvenience my customers or whatever. And they were like, oh, it's fine. Don't worry. It's okay. No, please don't help me. And I was like, no. Oh no. No, it was actually two other people. There was like small things that were not very stable. I remember who they were, but I felt bad. I felt so bad. Oh, you mean for the clothes? It doesn't look like there's a note for overall their clothes, but not for this specific scene. That's why I'm like, should they have the same clothing, or is it warmer weather? Because if it's warmer weather, maybe they could be wearing something more warm. People, yeah. It was one of my first events, and I did the thing. I mentioned it in my video where I I walked away, and I have really bad time blindness, so I walked away for a really long time, and that was my embarrassing moment. I think I was lucky though, because I was in a container. My next event with KW Creators, I don't think I'm in a container. But it'll be my first time, like, sharing, I guess. I don't know really how the system is working, to be honest. But apparently I'm sharing with somebody. Which is great, because I I've never actually been paired up with someone. Can you imagine? I'm just trying to social anxiety catastrophizing. Can you imagine being paired with someone and then they're like, actually, I don't want to talk to you. Can you imagine that happening? Oh my god. Because I've never had that happen. Like literally anytime I'm paired up with somebody, not like literally paired, but we just happen to be next to each other, we just yap it up because like, what else are you going to do? Like literally, what else are you going to do sitting there for 5 hours? There's like only so much you can do. And you don't always want to be on your phone or something because then it looks like, oh, I'm not attentive or whatever. And so then I end up just talking the whole time. The poor introverts next to me. I'm like, no, supply me with entertainment. I can't handle being alone with my thoughts. Especially at an event, because then you start overthinking. You're like, oh man, am I gonna make back my table? Or do people actually like my stuff? You start like overthinking. But then the artists next to you are always so nice and they're like, no, your stuff is so good. So it makes you feel better. And usually the artists next to me are actually genuinely like really good. Like I don't think I've ever really been paired next to somebody who didn't have some valuable thing to sell. No, that's a lie, sorry. I have definitely been put next to resellers or something, but you know, those are questionable markets that I don't know. Yay! Woo! Not alone! I think a lot of my stressful moments are very relatable, to be honest, which is reassuring, because then it's like, no matter how stressed I am right now, someone at this exact moment is experiencing the exact same thing. I know it. Surely. Or if not this exact same moment, I don't know. They've been through it. Somebody out there. Surely. Imagine being the first person to go through a problem. Oh god. I think one of the most stressful moments I've ever had in like a short period of time is I got in a car accident. Small one. It was in winter time. To be honest, in Canada, car accidents are like really common. I feel like it just happens. Like I don't think there's anybody who's getting away with not ever having an accident at some point. Like if you're driving for 10 years, you will get in an accident. Damn. I mean, yeah, I guess so. You will also have accidents if you're drawing for 10 years. Something will happen. But anyway, going back to this. Yeah, I think I've mentioned this story before, but I got into this accident. Technically was ruled not my fault. In fact, it wasn't my fault, but I felt like I contributed to the situation. But me being so Canadian, me and this other person were just like apologizing to each other back and forth, going like, I'm so sorry that we hit each other, but actually you hit me, but like whatever, I really don't care, I'm so sorry. We're like, both of us shaking, going like, I hope this person is not really mad at me. But I looked at that guy's car was messed up. Mine was like, fine. Or actually, maybe mine was the one that was more messed up. To be honest, I don't remember. Maybe I'm misremembering. I did have to get my car fixed. But like, I think he had it worse. I think. I don't know. We took photos. Poor guy. Feel bad for that guy. He was a really nice guy. What? I am going to merge you guys. And I'm going to figure out my life. Oh, the ice. Yeah, what's crazy is that this time when it happened, I don't think there was really that much ice. The real story of what happened was I I braked really hard. And then the guy behind me was distracted. So there you go. He's immediately at fault. If you rear end somebody, you're immediately at fault. Hi, Miwa. How are you? That's okay. Don't worry. Today's gonna be a short stream, so it's chill. Feel free to relax, to lurk. I hope your stream went well. But yeah, this guy, he rear-ended me because he got distracted. But I felt bad because if you brake really aggressive, you should avoid braking really aggressively, I think. Especially in the winter, it's probably not a good idea. In fact, in the winter, if you've never driven in snow, I have some tips. Because a family member of mine also got in an accident recently because they didn't know how to drive in snow, but where I live has a lot of snow. Here are some tips. Basically, if the snow is like crazy, never stop, actually. Never fully stop. You like slow down, but you keep rolling just a little bit because the second you stop, your car gets stuck. And if you can't see, I saw this really ridiculous notion on Reddit recently. I don't know why this was recommended to me, but it was saying like, if you're driving, you shouldn't use your hazard lights as like a way to be visible in a blizzard. And everyone was like, no, you should do that. It's really hard to see who's in front of you. So hazard lights are really good. This one I just recently learned. I didn't know this. I'm so like scared of like asking for help. Like if I'm at a restaurant, there's a really high chance I'm gonna have a really hard time flagging somebody down. Unless, I don't know if you're like this, but like if I'm with someone who's shy, I will all of a sudden stand up and do it. But if I'm alone, I'm like, I'm struggling so hard to just ask for water, please. But if you see somebody driving by, like a tow truck driving by in the winter, dude, you get out of your car and you start waving like crazy, they will stop for you. They will help you. In a desperate situation, you don't have to call someone. They just wave them over and they'll come over. I didn't know you could do that. So I'm so glad that somebody told me because I was so nervous asking for help for like service. I don't know why, but that's just how I am. I think they didn't train me as a child. You know how they send kids over to like, hey, you order what you want from McDonald's? I think it's so cute. I think they didn't let the shy Azuki do it. And now I'm like, I'm scared. What if they get mad at me for asking for French fries? I don't know, man. So stupid. I recognize it's stupid. It's not gonna fix anything though. But yeah, no, please do use your hazard lights. It's very helpful. And if you can't see the lines of the road, that's literally okay. Because that's how bad the snow is. You can't see the lines. You don't know where you're driving. Literally just follow the person in front of you. Unless they're driving off the highway. That happened recently. Oh my god, like, sorry to unlock some horror. This is usually a very wholesome stream, but I heard this recently. And now you have to live with it too. The ice was so bad that they like slid off the highway. I was like, what? That can't be real. New fear unlocked. So sorry, anyone. Well, this also backs up my point. Yeah, if you're driving in the winter, 1, don't speed. 2, don't stop. 2 different things. But don't go fast. You definitely can't go fast. Oh, they slid off the highway is crazy. They like did a whole like video game jump. And it was not just one person. It was 2 people. It happened to 2 people. Dude, my city's scary. Safe to say, I don't really drive in the winter anymore. If I can avoid it. I don't like it. It's scary. I don't like that. Nope. Oh, what's the other advice that I gave? It was straight up, if it looks like weather that you don't want to walk in, and it's like the snow is knee high, it's not driving weather. If you like can't see in front of yourself walking, why are you getting in the car? That's crazy. Don't do that. I did that. I didn't even know about it. It was somebody else who told me about it, and I was like, what? What? It was, yeah, I said that I hope they're doing something about that, because that's actually terrible. That's like the worst case I've ever heard of in Canada. I'm sure there's worse, but like that was crazy, because it didn't just happen to one person. It happened to 2 people, which means like, what was going on? What was? Somebody was slacking. The salt truck didn't come by, man. These are the things I think about, like, people outside of Canada have no idea. Or people who don't live with snow, they have no clue the crazy things that can happen. I used to work at a coffee shop, right? And we used to have to go outside and shovel the front of the door, of course, but also it's a liability if we don't. I used to have to make sure to salt. One time somebody came up and they slipped, and I was horrified. I was like, oh, this is a good stream for you, because I also can't stay for very long. So, do I have questions? I think aside from their clothing, I think we're okay. But just double checking. It was black and gray. So Teo is in black and then Emmanuel's in gray, right? By the way, how does everyone spell gray? Go. Is it with an A or is it with a Y? A or Y? A or E? Y? Nobody's putting. That's the one thing we have in common. We are using a Y. What the heck is happening? I don't, y'all. Hello, how are you? I just said something ridiculous. So, okay, nice. To be honest, I feel like I could have done this in a cleaner way, but you spell it with a E. Canada's weird. So you want to, I don't know, petty may not be the right word, but ridiculous? Gris? No. Even in French, it's with an I. That's it's really not helping. But for my YouTube video, I had the captions and they spelled everything in American English. And then I went back and I made sure that it was Canadian English for everything. Or rather British English for everything. And I was like, I really didn't need to do all this, but I feel like I really needed to be so clear that I'm not American based on my captions. I don't know what that was. So like the most obvious one that would come up is like colors. Even my Clip Studio, it's color with O-R. I don't spell color this way, man. I spell it O-U-R. I'm British. So sorry to all people who are from the UK. I just offended you. So sorry. I wish I could have taken a nap. I had a really weird sleep schedule. So jealous. Did I take it? I think I took a 15-minute nap yesterday though. Yeah. The other one that was really weird, I actually had to Google this because even I didn't know. And I worked at a jewelry shop, so this is crazy that I didn't know. Jewelry? How do you spell jewelry, everyone? That one's a tough one. I think there's like... Is there 2 spellings or 3 spellings of jewelry? There's quite a few words like this that are like, huh. I actually don't know how I spell gray either, to be honest. because I think of Earl Grey. So usually I use EY, I think. But I think outside of that, I use AY. Dude, I don't know. Canada's difficult because we can use either one, and as long as people understand, it's fine. For jewelry, I think it's J. Well, I'm just gonna write it right, like this. And then the other one is this one, right? This way, I think. And then I think gray. I think we use E. But I think I spell it with an A? Question mark? Which way do I spell it? I'm thinking of D-Gray Man, you know? So I'm like, do I spell it with an A? Because it sounds like A. I'm having a crisis. Is it E or A? Holy cow. What other word? Oh, canceled? How do y'all spell canceled? That's the Canadian spelling of canceled. Isn't that weird? Fake Canadian. Yeah, not real. Not a real Canadian. Fake. To be fair, I am in Ontario. I'm like very close to America, so I think Ontarians, I hate that word, by the way. We gotta get a better word. Ontarians? Ontarioans? Anyway, we have more likelihood of speaking, or not, more writing, maybe. Running into American English more. Especially with Toronto there. I think if you're like traveling from New York to Toronto for business or something, I can't relate to that. I don't travel for business. But maybe one day I will. We don't know. Who knows, actually? Maybe I will do. And then the first event that I can do that's close to me is probably New York. Because Toronto and New York are relatively close. I've been to New York. It was nice. It was nice. It was very different. Very, very, very different. The art is great. I was obsessed with the Met. It was really fun. The people are very not Canadian. That's what I can say. Very, very different. But that's okay. It's fine. It was just more like, oh, different. I feel like I've been to more American places than Canadian. So, like, I've tried to go to more Canadian events, and I haven't been able to land them just yet. But I want to go to Vancouver, so. Ooh, thank you. Definitely probably going to. Definitely probably. That just doesn't. You know what? Point is, I'm going to shade the line work. Color the line work so that I don't have to paint it so much. Ooh! Did you go to the CN Tower if you've been to Toronto? That's like... That's the number one thing I can... Ripley's Aquarium? What else is in Toronto? Chinatown? Eden Center? Eden Center is a good one. Wait, we tried or we tired? Because it's both to me. What other places in Toronto are interesting? Okay, well that's okay. I think Toronto's pretty fun. I think it's like New York in the sense that, like, you know, it feels very city. Swiss Chalet. Do Americans not have Swiss Chalet? I had Swiss Chalet for Thanksgiving, actually, because I don't really celebrate Thanksgiving, but we still want to be included. So, I also for Christmas, we don't really do much for Christmas, but you know, it's really popular in Japan to get KFC for Christmas. So, did you know this? Yeah. So then I got honestly, I can't cook, so like, dude, we're just gonna get whatever works. Like somebody in this house could cook. We could do it, but it's not gonna be me. So then, I feel like we should just celebrate time together. That's the important part. My parents sometimes cook. I don't plan on doing like fully line arty. What else is in Toronto? Fan Expo is in Toronto. So our version of like really big convention. I only went one time. Dude, how does that happen? What happened? Woo. Fan Expo is like I think it's like more traditional, like Comic-Con kind of thing. Like it would include anime and also comics, and games, I guess. So like everything. It's just huge, like massive. But the problem is, I think it's like really big now. I think they had not a fire hazard, but they were so crowded last time that it probably was a fire hazard. Like it was way too crowded. So I don't know how they're gonna handle that next time. I didn't apply this year because I think it's like 500 to apply or something. I get rejected a lot. And I don't think it's I can't imagine that it's like my stuff, to be honest. I don't think it's like I think it's genuinely like they can't even get to my stuff because there's so many applicants. And Canada, I think Canada has less events than America does. So when there is an event, like we're ready. We're freaking ready. We're going. Yeah, eventually. I didn't apply this year because I was like, I can't fathom. I think like it's two things. I think maybe there was already something that we took that in that time frame, or it's like it's so expensive and then you have to wait for them to reject you in order for them to refund you, so they hold on to your money that whole time. And then they reject you and then they have to process everybody, so then they're holding on to like, you know, $500, $600. And then you're just like, all right, I just gonna hope they give it back. And Fan Expo owns multiple events. I think there's Calgary Expo, and then there's I think one in BC. I'm not really sure. I don't remember which ones I've applied to. That's how many I've applied to. I don't remember anything anymore. But point is, I think I applied to the Calgary one, which is why I was like, that's already expensive. For both of them, imagine if you apply to 3. It's like $1,000 that you're like, it'll come back. I think. But when will it come back? When will it come back? I don't know. They're pretty good at giving it back. It's just like, when? Are you okay missing that money while you're waiting? No. I'm not, actually. Not right now. Usually I don't line like this, but... Hi, Gordy! Oh, when you said that, the doggy popped up. Kawaii. Look at the little fluff. Dying! I I just saw it. Miwa got a little streak. Oh, thank you for seeing 3 in a row. Oh my gosh. Ah! Ah! Somehow I missed it. I think I looked down, then I looked up, and then I looked down, and then I look up. Things are happening. Thank you, Miwa. Oh god. I'm trying to recenter myself. I don't know. Where are we? What's happening? What's real life, actually? Okay, this hand is clean. His face was pretty clean. I'm going to paint over everything, so it's like I don't have to do so much effort here, but here I am. Here we are. I do think this kind of commission is a little bit easier for me, because 1, there's no background, and then 2, it's just very straightforward. I don't have to do the full body or anything. I don't think I have to draw that eye. In fact, the mouth before, I think, looks better, so we're gonna leave it that way. Hum hum hum. Hum hum hum. Hum. Can I just, like, duplicate this and then, like, apply it? Will it? Nope. How many times do I have to do it in order for it to work? Alright. I'm getting creative with it because I think I got distracted. What else is new? We're going to paint over it, so it's okay. We definitely don't need all this information. That's like, how tight is this shirt? How tight is it actually? It's like one of those shirts that, like, you know, when they draw girls and then it doesn't follow their body properly, or it actually follows their body too much. I'm like, what kind of shirt is that? I've never seen that in real life. What is that? What is that? What? Have you seen a woman in a tight shirt? That's not how that works. Defying physics and how things connect. Ooh. Ooh. You think this is enough of a height difference? Actually, now that I'm looking at it, maybe I should figure that out first. It should be like this difference. How tall are they? Like, he should, maybe he's a little bit taller, right? Yeah, a little taller, right? Okay. In that case, how does one Are they gonna kiss? That's a good question. I don't know what happens in the scene. But I assume at some point they kiss, right? Surely. They're a couple, right? But not in this scene. I mean, maybe in just like if you imagine the movie in your head, like imagine what happens next. They're enemies to lovers, right? So they don't like, or actually he doesn't. I think it's he doesn't like him, right? It looks like he's always kind of like, I'm chill, man. He's like teasing him all the time. Classic trope, well-loved one that should be loved, I think. Always satisfying. You're supposed to have a little strawberry. We do have like artistic liberties as well. Sometimes it's not exactly like from the book. or at exactly how it looks in the book. Maybe the dynamics a little bit different in the book as well. But 100% for sure at some point they kiss. I don't know how satisfying the romance. I mean, Hayao Miyazaki, they never really kiss. But my point is, in this kind of romance. Oh, like one of those classic scenes in a... That seems like a manga scene. Or like one is tries to, and then they wake up or something. I think I watched a J-drama with that recently. Make sure, because we're seeing more of this side. This side is less, right? Sometimes I like, especially when I was filming this process video for how I draw, I was thinking like, how do I draw actually? When you think about it, how do I explain what I do? I have no idea actually. I can explain some of the technical stuff, but like other things, I'm like, memorization. I think actually something was more correct here. Oh really? That's so interesting. Like the Snow White scene where he's like, they're definitely both awake here, so I'm like, I feel like I've seen a scene like this before, I just don't know from where. Am I tripping or are you not moving? Can you move? Okay. We've drawn these characters before, so we actually know what their faces look like. I say we, but it was me and you were watching, but you were watching, right? Okay, I think we can add color. This is more like painterly, so I don't have to make it so clean. Oh, this one I also have to work on. Hold on, I'm opening all of them because I'm looking for the right one. This one, it's the same characters. Aye, okay. Different lighting, so they're not the exact same. They're not gonna look the exact same. Like this one is a little bit more purple, so they have more like that purple cast on them. Here, I think it's a little bit warmer, so a little bit. But then at the same time, if they're put next to each other, it would be nice if they have like similar palette. But because there's a strawberry, I'm like, maybe we should lean a little bit more toward warm. Yeah. We'll take some hint here, but at least we have some representation of what they're gonna look like. Spoiler, that's what they look like. Oh. He's like very, like K-pop idol AO. Actually, recently I've gotten into like listening to K-pop again. I was watching a YouTuber who like does K-pop star music. I mean, K-pop star makeup, and then I listened to their music because of that. I used to be really into K-pop when I was younger. I think I was introduced to it with this is how old, like if anybody's into K-pop, this is gonna age me because like you're gonna hear how, like when I started listening to it. Who was popular at the time was Dongbang Shinki? DBSK? That's who was popular. And then there's the, I think Japanese name was TVXQ. Yeah, really, really old. What just happened? Am I tripping? Like just break just now? Yeah, something broke just now. What the heck? Hold on a second. Ah, 2003. They were active from 2003. Dude. We're gonna use the reference layer here. You can't clearly see it because my socials are there, but there's a reference thing here. This love music video. This love. Why does that sound so familiar? Wait, are we talking about Maroon 5? That one? Is that what we're talking about? Or am I tripping? Who are we talking about? Oh, voguing. I was watching some, one of the, videos with this makeup artist and the K-pop stars. And like, they were all doing like a little dance challenge where it's like, okay, you jump in, and whatever. And then one of the guys came out because of the song, but had that kind of beat that voguing matches, and he just did a death drop, and I was like, dude, that guy just, he got all the points, actually. That guy is so cool. Shinwa. That also sounds really familiar. Asian cuisine, what? Yeah. They're much older, huh? Why does this guy look so familiar though? Maybe I haven't seen it though. To be fair, I got into K-pop after I got into anime, so I think I saw old anime music first, old J-pop music first, like Ikimono Gakari, like, and Yui from like Naruto. Start playing that one classic song. Don't worry, I can nerd out later, and then I can look at all of the all of it. Who else did I listen to? Big Bang was really popular when I was younger. My favorite was Top T.O.P. But like all of my friends, they were really into Taeyang or something. And I was like, no, I like the rapper though. The rapper's cool. He's got swag. He's so funny to me. And if you're confused as to who I'm talking about, if you watch Squid Game, he's in Squid Game, actually. P.O.P. Haha. Somebody I listened to when I was younger. He came back, he was popular again. That's how you know you feel like old, when you like see somebody in media and you're like, oh yeah, I remember, I grew up with that, watching them or listening to them, and then they show up in like modern media and you're like, oh my god, I know that guy, but nobody else knows that guy. Miyabi is another one. Angelina Jolie and Miyabi became like friends. So if you watch Maleficent, the movie, the live action, right? The second one, Miyabi, the rock star, the Japanese rock star, is in that movie. He's also in one of the war movies, but I didn't watch that because that seems a little bit dark, so. But I heard he did really well. I loved Miyabi when I was younger. But there's some music that I still listen to, that I listened to when I was younger too. Like, Hatsune Miku. I still listen to Hatsune Miku. She's referenced in my Japanese class all the time. Like, of course I listen to Hatsune Miku. I'm not a fake fan, I actually listen to Hatsune Miku. Listened to her for a really long time. In fact, any fan art that you see above me right now, it means I'm actually a fan of that content. It would, like, you know. I don't make fan art of things I don't really like. If I'm not a fan of it though, probably I needed to do it, right? But so far, if I'm featuring it, probably a fan. Yeah, she's eternal. She is eternal. I'm actually going to a Hatsune Miku concert for the first time soon. I'm very excited about it. My favorite Vocaloid composer, though, if anybody's interested, is Kairiki Bear. Highly recommend. I used to really like Hachi as well, who's Kenshi Onazu now. Ha 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 ha. That's another reference of like, oh yeah, this guy, you know, he's popular, but he's not like world famous, and now he's world famous, and I'm like, yeah, I've been listening to that guy for a decade. So. Catch up, everyone. Of course. He's also very cool. He makes his own album covers. Like, he draws himself, so. Fellow artist over there. Gotta give him props. And she is, yeah. I do like his stuff. When I went to Japan, though, they played so much Lemon. That one song, Lemon. Wow. Could not escape it. It was everywhere. Ah, yeah, I didn't know that I didn't realize that he made the intro. I knew the song separated from the anime because I didn't watch the anime. So I was like, oh, wait a second. That's even Ratatouille. What else? What other? There's somebody else that I was like, ah, yeah. When I played Expedition 33, I mentioned this before. The singer in the soundtrack, I recognized her voice, and I think in my playthrough on stream, I also said it out loud. And was like, her voice sounds really familiar, and I think I know who's singing. And I also was listening to her for a really long time. So many. So many memories, they're coming back. I think the first song I've heard of Kenshi Yonezu's, though, is the Matryoshka song. So that animation is so iconic. Or Mrs. Pumpkin? I don't remember exactly the name. It's kind of complicated because I think in Japanese it's a little bit more straightforward, but it's like the comical story of Mrs. Pumpkin or something like that. Something crazy. A Halloween song. Even back then, the Halloween aesthetic had a grip. Those are his colors. Now we do Emmanuel's colors. He's got a gray. Gray with an E, or is it with a A? I was gonna say a Y again. That's crazy. I don't know. Not with me. Oh, this way. That's not green. I mean, gray. That is green. Oh my god, can't. You know how like gray is sometimes slightly tinted? I wanted to do like slightly tinted, but this is like really. In fact, it's not even. I don't know what's going on. It's an illusion, so I guess we could just use straight up gray. It's like the most annoying thing when you wear black and then you put on black jeans or something, or like, you know, a black skirt or a black something, and then the black of your shirt doesn't match the black of your skirt. That's not the same black. Like one is too red and the other one is too blue. Oh. You've never heard of this? Oh! Oh my god, strawberry! I'm drawing a strawberry! Hey, look at this. The references, it's complete. Alright, we've got to do I kind of wanted to lean a little bit more green with his shirt because his hair is kind of warmer. How far do we think I can get with this today? In 3 hours? What time is it? I don't even know what time it is. 2 hours? Do you think I can finish it? I don't think I can finish. Well, I don't know, everyone. I've done crazier. What's the fastest you finish an artwork, everyone? I think the fastest I've ever finished an artwork has been like 5 hours. But we've already put in some hours, so could I potentially do it? I want to say I'm good, but I think I'm more delirious. Tired, very tired. But like, I still made it to stream, so this is a success. This is not a sad thing. It's a yay, I did it! I made it here, everyone. A miracle. A miracle. Miracle. Hey, don't worry, he's not gonna be sporting tangerine blush. I'm just trying to figure out the placement, alright? Don't worry, men. He's not going to look either sunburnt or like he's in drag. We're fine, everyone. It's okay. Get comfortable. Neck? You have blood in your neck, right? You don't? Woof. No vampire is gonna want to bite you. Good for you. And now... See, he's fine, everyone. Nobody freak out. It's alright. Sometimes I wonder, like, if somebody's watching me, and then they, like, step in at that time, at that point, where I'm, like, adding crazy amount of blush. They're like, oh my god. She's gonna make him yassified. I'm like, no. Relax. Not this one. Not this one. Another time. I have no problem with it. Oh no, he's yassified. I will absolutely do it, but not for, if this client didn't require that. Actually, this is my petition for it. And some people ask me to draw some men in makeup. I would be so down. I don't think I've ever drawn one. Nope. I have to really think about that one. I was like, I really don't think I have, actually. Come on. Why are you... what's the word? Depriving the world of men in makeup. Come on, everyone. He's more cool tone, so I'm gonna give him like more pinky blush. Maybe that's a little bit. Okay, well that was a little extreme. Okay, alright, yeah? Yeah? Yeah. I forgot this side though. Because your fingers, they have also have blood in them. I hope. I really hope. Unless you have maybe like Raynaud's. Have you heard of that? Raynaud's? Raynaud's? syndrome, where it's like when you go out in the cold, your fingers turn like completely white. Very trippy. I think I've run into people with this, but I don't remember. But like in cold weather, for sure. Like I can imagine if you live somewhere hot, you would never run into it. You have no idea that you have this syndrome. Unless you, for some reason, decide to pick up a job working in a fridge. That was an option for me, actually. There was one of my jobs, they were like, yeah, you can work better hours if you decide to work in the fridge. And I was like, do y'all remember the story I had at the very beginning of this stream of how miserable I am in the cold? Yeah, so that's not happening. I can't work in the fridge. I will, in fact, implode. Because of lack of heat, I will manually just create the heat. I will explode. I will cause the heat to happen. There was one of my coworkers, actually, he started working in the freezer probably because, you know, better hours, and he started to pass out in the cold. And then I was like, what a flex. I don't even have a legit reason to not, except for it makes me miserable and I will quit. This guy literally had a medical reason to not work in the freezer, which is crazy. I was like, dang, backed up, man. Good for him. I mean, not good for him that he passes out in the cold, but good for him that he doesn't have to work in the cold. Hope that guy's doing okay. He was really cool. As if saying will give me the answer faster. I don't know. Okie. I think after this point, I straight up go into painting, and it's like we have chance to make magic happen here. This is 53, so you should also be. It's not that I want his nose to be literally this dark, it's more like the edges are going to be in shadow. It's easier for me to like erase and make the right shape. What's the lighting situation? Like the light is... If it's coming from in front of them, then this hand should be... This... Maybe... Must take off glasses. Can't see what I'm doing. That's right, everyone. I don't wear fake glasses. They're actually very real and I need them. Otherwise, I am visually impaired. Cannot walk out of this house with no glasses. I mean, I have, but like probably I shouldn't. It's a hazard to people. Not to me, to other people. I will walk into them. And also not say sorry, because I won't know they're a person. I'm kidding. But I'm also not. But please don't. Please wear your glasses if you need glasses. I think his hair is a little bit too bright, to be honest. I'm gonna use another multiply layer to fix it. one's a little unnatural. Unnatural is okay, but I think it's too much. I would prefer it a little bit more. Hold on a second. We were not working in CMYK. Alright, what do we need to fix? I was like, this one is in CMYK. This one is in CMYK. Why is this one not? I think it reset. Hold on. I'm glad I caught it before I start actually coloring things. Something like this. And then you, my man. What the heck? Hey, man. Hey. I am going to merge these ones, and then I'm going to do a little correction. Don't look at the left character, just look at the right. That's the one that I'm fixing. I think because the shadow is purple, the gray looks more like green, but it really is not. It really is gray. Like, it really is. Like, it's just a crazy illusion. This is jaundice. That's... I need to get my liver checked. Like, this is very extreme. It would be nice if I could give him like a little blue tint, because I feel like he's a very cool toned dude. Hey now. What is this? He's a blue man. This makes him look like a ghost. Like, oh yeah, it's werewolf man and his ghost boyfriend. There is definitely a book like that out there, I'm sure of it. Now that I mentioned it, I'm like, no, that definitely exists somewhere. Okay, noise. Now what? Color their lines and then we paint, right? Make sure that their eye colors and things are correct. This is what I meant earlier, that I'm going to color this part. Eyebrows should probably be lighter. This looks really extreme. Maybe we do like kind of like here. That way you can still read the form, but it's not as harsh. I think depending on the art style that I'm working with, right? I don't like the lines this much. But when it's painterly, then I'm like, oh, we're leaning more towards realistic, and in realism, we don't have lines. I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but if you look at your hand, whoa, there are no lines. So these lines are just what artists use to like give the information that doesn't exist, like easy way to explain. Which is why sometimes I think my stuff looks better with line. I go back and like add more line because the information's missing. Okay, well that's just ridiculous. Wait, what's going on here? Just casually bleaching his eyebrows for a second. Bleachy bleachy. His eye color is also, I believe, green, but it's not very easy to see here. Oh, no, they're gray. Are they gray? Are they gray? They're great. They'd be great. Usually when I do this, though, I try and go like this way. Hopefully this one, his eyes are a little bit easier to see. Woo! Okay, well, fine. Can I remove this? Could you just... Thank you. All right, let's go. Woo! I am just straight up gonna merge them. Because I don't know how else I'm gonna do it with them this close to each other at this point. That's just too complicated. So, first of all, let me... Poor man doesn't even have a real strawberry. He's out here living life with no real strawberries. Doesn't really look like a strawberry right now. It looks more like a chili pepper. And this looks like a threat. You know? This looks more like, hey man, come here, come here. Come here! Like that mean thing of like, this smells awful. Here, smell it. That is not a real strawberry. But I do have to make it bigger. Like this is a giant strawberry. I do have to make it bigger so like it's easier to understand what the heck is going on. Because from this far, like what's happening? He's getting fed a chili pepper. That's what's happening. All right, we're gonna soften some stuff, and this stage right now, I'm gonna say, first of all, we are at painting stage. This is painting. We are painting now. I don't know what possessed me back in like 2023, 2024 to finish artworks like in one sitting, but like that's not happening anymore. But maybe we can channel it today. I don't know. No, I think I'll use this. Alright, relax, buddy-o. Isn't that crazy? This is more like purple, but like in CMYK, it kind of just looks clear. Oh, come on. Select the right color. Bite me. You ready for some speed painting? You want to see real life speed painting? Not that. That's not speed painting. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Stretch, stretch. Everyone stretch. We're getting ready to do some crazy stuff. Ready? Ready? Are we ready? Are you ready, kids? All right. All right. Okay, speed painting starts now. I thought I was joking. No, I'm being so real. We are actually speed painting. When people say, "Oh, watch my speed paint," no, this is an actual speed paint. This is what speed painting actually is. Maybe not a very effective speed paint, because I don't know how fast I am, but it's drawing as fast as you can. What? Come here. I saw an interesting tutorial recently in passing where it's like where there are bends and like where the joint is rather than like where it's fatty, like or muscular. So like, you know, your elbows, your knees, those points are actually pointier, and then the other areas you can use more airbrushing and everything because they are more smooth. Cylindrical. And I was like, huh, I might try that next time. And I did. I did in fact try it. Here's a little bit pointier. How effective is that muscle? I'm not 100% sure. I do think I got slower when I went full time because I had the time to be a perfectionist. Before I was not allowed to be. But then, like, in a way, that was better. So, I speed paint, I kind of emulate that a little bit. Like, speed painting is not about, like, completely removing the details. I'm just going as fast as I can. Doing what I usually would do. I think his collarbone actually should be here. Not that this information really matters anymore. And like this. So far. I'll fix his nose. Clocking in is Dr. Izuki. I am here to do your rhinoplasty, sir. What are your issues with your nose? Ah, you don't have one? Well. Come to the right place, sir. I can build you one right now. Just give me a second. I'm just gonna take cartilage from your rib. Is that crazy that they take cartilage from your rib? Surgery is a trippy thing. Okay, I wanted to actually make him more blushy, right? So let's do that. He is actually blushing. I don't remember what eye shape I gave him, to be honest. What type of eye shape did I give him? Double lid. Yeah, man. Some Caucasian faces have this epicanthic fold as well. And then some Asian eyes also look more like, you know, the stereotypical Western one. It's a matter of like, oh, this is popular. Not popular as in liked, I mean popular as in like more common one. I think adding this darkness is probably not. Oh. This looks more like he's scowling a little bit. Proportions a little off. That's what it was before, right? Ah, the classic dopamine fix for every artist. Turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it on. I made progress, I swear. This line is so defined and so dark. Maybe I should just actually keep it dark. Yeah, because from afar, you can't actually see it. Like, with easier to understand what's happening. You're like, oh, yeah. Think of, like, anime, they use a dark line there, too. What does his nose look like? It's a little bit straighter. Also, his proportions, I cutified him by accident. Whoops! It's time to put them side by side so I can make sure that they actually look like the same character. Because right now, they do not. I am still drawing as fast as I can. With correction, this part is higher. This is straighter. I gave him a button nose. It looks a little bit more pouty, but not in a like a way that I need it to be. It's more like model pouty. I think it's because this looks more like this. Time to merge because I can't actually fix you. Actually, for the sake of us being able to see it later, what I did today. Okay. Glitter. I told you we needed more glitter. Oh my god. Please. Just nose figure. You should know because you're a nose. Figure yourself out. I don't have time for your shenanigans. Imagine if your plastic surgeon said that. Looks a little sad. Because here his eyebrows are closer together. I'm like, I think that's part of it, but is he actually looking at it? I think this eye wasn't looking at him. This is chaos. There's so much going on. Face is always the most important and also most tricky part. As soon as the face makes sense, I think we're okay. First of all, this area here, his philtrum is smaller. And his chin is also shorter. There's something about his face. Like, I feel like it made his eyes way too big or something. I think I'm gonna flip him. Haha. Okay, man. Why am I like tilting my own head, you know? There's that rule, right? Where like this part and this part and this part, they all have to align. So if they're not aligned, that will give me a weird feeling. Hold on. In both of these, he's looking up, right? Actually, so you wouldn't see this part of his eye. It would be folded. Most often than not, when drawing some character's face, to make the likeness the same, sometimes it's not the features of the face or the proportions, it's legit just the shape of their face. Like, I made this originally too soft, and so then it didn't look like him at all. Shadow is kind of like directly hitting them this way. I have to laugh. Because what the heck is going on, man? Getting face blindness, maybe? Oh my god, stop. I know what I want to do, but I can't do it with a brush. What? Is it the same character? Can we tell it's the same character? Alright, flipping back. I get stuck here forever. Oh, he looks so cute though. I made him so cute. What happened? I think it's genuinely like because I'm working half body, I ended up making him like cutesy. Okay, I think he is closer than what he was for sure. And all right, moving on. Oh my god. It's gonna kind of bother me for a bit, but I'm sure I'm gonna come back anyway to clean up. I said I would come back. I do it every time. I'm like, but wait, there's something really bothering me. Okay. I'll come back. Time for the other side. Other character. Wait, hold on. Before I forget. Cool earrings. He's a cool earring guy. It makes all the difference, right? No, it doesn't. It's okay. I'm moving on. Okay. I need to make it look like he's looking down, so half closed eye, essentially. This character has a pretty strong eyebrow. I think probably moving this line right here. It's such a subtle thing. Okay, that looks scary. Oh my god. Made it look like he's looking down, but looking down is fine. Looking down on people, not great, you know? Look down to people, yes. But when I do it like this, he's like, looking down at you. You're smaller than me, you puny 5'4" person. I feel like that's probably really intimidating. Like a really tall person looking down on you like that. I would get scared. I have been scared. What do you mean? I am Teo's height. That's scary. Somebody's looking down on me like that. Menacingly. Ooh. He's got a very different eye shape. So I'm thinking this. I think there's a little concave area here. You know, you're concave, convex, right? Because I actually questioned myself there. I was like, it's concave, right? I mean, like, I'm framing for his face, like building his face here. I believe the bottom of his nose is actually kind of pointed, kind of like this. This is becoming face paint, like I'm making him Lion King. If we're looking at him from this angle and it's like so curved, I think his nostril is pretty curved. And there's a little bit of a lift here. He clearly has pretty defined lips because even smiling here, his lips are still like, have some fullness. If you smile and your lips completely disappear, chances are you have thinner lips, right? Because then there's no substance, no fat, no muscle, whatever on your lip to show. Which is why, like, when somebody gets filler or something and then they smile, then it still shows when they smile. I think it doesn't make sense for me to put a lot of detail on this left eye here because actually you really can't see much of it. Makes more sense to obscure it. Claire obscure. I do think I've tilted his nose a little bit too high. Yes, of course! I will see you tomorrow. Get ready for that event. Especially if you're prepared to do it in the morning. I have to. We'll see how far I can get in 30 minutes. Good luck! Got stuck on Teo's face, actually, so... If I didn't get stuck, maybe we could get farther. Realistic, isn't it? If I wasn't a perfectionist, I could get very far. His face looks pretty good, though. I don't know if it's like 100% accurate, but the face looks good. I think he looks more gentle here. straight up think it's just like a little bit of the contouring of the nose, and then it's like, yeah, that's him. His face reminds me of like Hercules? Is it Hercules that I'm thinking of? I don't know what's going on, but that's kind of what it's reminding me right now. Like a kind of a soft smile, but he's also kind of a bigger guy. But the other day, my pen actually like lost pressure sensitivity, and I was like freaking out. I was like, "Oh my god!" Luckily, it's apparently just a really easy fix, but I don't know what caused it to just stop working. That's the spooky thing, because I think I've experienced it with Photoshop, but never with Clip Studio. I think there's probably an update somewhere to mess things up. One of these lines is correct. I think this is supposed to be thinner. Or maybe it's the fact that I think I know a guy that looks like this. Like I grew up with a guy who looks like this. I mean, he didn't look like that when we were growing up. I mean, like, he looked like that when I saw him growing up. It'd be crazy if a child had these proportions. Like, whoa. Oh, whoa. I do think I gave him thicker brows. And a bigger forehead. my god, his face is still bothering me so much. His face. Okay. They look like the same characters, what I'm thinking. Like, do they actually? I think he has a slightly softer jaw. And there's like a slight curve here. Either your eye or your nose is just slightly off. But his face looks, for the most part, more correct than his face. It's not even that his face is incorrect, I think it's just like, not what I want. I think it's also like, maybe you wouldn't, I think you would be more close to this angle than this angle if you were looking at somebody. Maybe I correct that, make his nose more over here. Ah, so you can see it now. When you look at them next to each other, now that I moved it, their noses actually, his nose looks the same on both. For the most part, the angle is a little bit different because we're looking at him from a different angle. I do think it's the angle and his nose. How does one look when they're upset? I don't even know. This part goes up a little bit. I think he looks upset. I think it's just a matter of like incorrect lip position. Because it was looking a little bit more like Korean lip paint model. They have a very specific lipstick application style that makes it look pouty. But not in the right. I don't want to make it look like he wants to go for a kiss. It's more like he's not pleased. So that can either be he's pouting, or it's more like he's what's like tightening your lips. I'm trying to figure out a balance here. He's also upset here. I love referencing myself. I don't know how to draw. Let me look at my old drawing. I think this part of his face is... Because I changed the angle like slightly, I think this part of his face is supposed to be so different. Like if we are showing less of this side, then we have to be showing more of this side. Ah! Ah! I'm looking for some reason my brain just was like そうですよね in Japanese. I was like, that's not hopeful right now. Why was that what came up? Because I was thinking of Korean makeup. I think that is this part right here. I think he looked too babyish, and then in combination with the lip being too pinky, it started to look a little bit too feminine or like childlike. Because I was saying that his proportions look like he looks so cutesy. That was my problem. But then also the angle. The angle was also a little weird. Like he didn't actually look like he was looking at him. Now I think so. I think he is. Yay! Moving on. What does an ear look like, everyone? Never remember. So many ear piercings I have, and I still don't know the anatomy of an ear. Crazy. Because I feel like I look at my ears more than the average person looks at their ears. If you like putting back a piercing, I think you start to stare at your ear a little bit. For those 15 minutes fumbling with a screw. If you didn't have those type of piercings, yeah, did you know? Yeah, it's a screw. It's a little tiny screw. So you have to like lock it into place, and then if you lose it, you can't see it. So sometimes I actually can't see where I'm putting the earring into, because jewelry has to be pretty small to feel comfortable. So anyway, this is just this very alternative fashion talk for you. If we're ever thinking of getting a piercing. Except I've seen some people with lip piercings. They can do it with their teeth. They don't even need to do it with their fingers. Very skilled. Very jealous. I wish my ears could just figure out the screws themselves. For that purpose, I typically don't change my earrings all that often. I got a compliment on them the other day though, and I was stunned because it just feels like a part of my body at this point. I'd never really take them out. Especially one of them is like a hoop, so it's like, well, just spin it around, clean it, spin it around, I don't know. But yeah, they complimented me and I was thrown off. I was like, what am I wearing? They're like your earrings. I'm like, I'm not wearing earrings. And then I realized, wait, I'm always wearing earrings. I feel like it's not very alt. I've seen like plenty of people have a lot of piercings. Pull in some of the skin color into the hair. feel like he's more buff, but I have to double check. Did I draw before? Quite hard to navigate on this side without... Actually, quite slender. So I think he's fine. I do think his shoulders are wider. Because he's like, you know, that bigger man, taller man. And he's the wolf guy, so feels like that would make sense. But if I lower this part, then I have to thin this part. Thinning this part without moving his waist. Hey man, superhero proportions are cool, but that's not what I'm going for here. There's definitely a height difference here. Okay, I'm like locked. I'm like, where do I go? Which place do I go next? Margot has 2 artworks from me that are like almost completed, but I wanted to do this one because this is the one that needs feedback. The other one, the second I have time to do it, I can just do it, right? And make it look right. This one though, I needed some direction, make sure I'm doing it right. I think, probably. I mean, she was here earlier, so. Probably the client's fine with it because she said so, but I think she'll be happy with this. This gray does look like green. It's a very weird illusion. I think if I like change the background gray, you could see that it is gray. I really hate that this thing is still not working, but leftover pen. The leftover. What does this even do? I don't know. Finding new tools. Ah. This hand is incorrect, kind of. Thinking. I was going as fast as I could earlier, and now I'm like, okay, I don't know where to go next, therefore. Hands, probably, right? I do hands or fingers the same way I do noses. Because they're like so skinny. I do think this hand should be bigger because he's small and it's got big hands. We want to emphasize how big their size difference is. This arm is pulling out a 3D model. Unbelievable. 3D. Ooh. Whoa. Dude. What? Hey, that's not what I need, but that's crazy. Wait, is this closer to my proportions or like... It's crazy. This is a round cartoon, this one. I'm like, it's closer to the proportions I draw in. This is versus round anime. I don't know if I draw in round anime. It's a blend. See, that's why when people ask me, what's your style? Like, you see, they look kind of similar. They're like... Anyway, that's not what I'm looking for. There are so many things on here that I could like... Look, you can just straight up pull up an anime boy and just throw him in here. I'm sorry, why is cleaning supply a specific organized? Okay, I was just trying to look for a base model, but for some reason, I have found this situation. What the heck? Huh? I can't find a 3D model. What's going on? Okay, found it. What the heck is that? Put on boots. Okay, what was I looking for? I fully got distracted. Right. Okay, I need to find like a... Here you go. Basic standing, man. I want to test what this arm looks like. This arm, this far arm. I believe it's more like if it's going around someone, it does need to space out a little bit. Doing the chicken dance real quick. Me. No, I just want to move this one. Is that working? Kind of, yeah. Ah, do you see what I mean, though? Not as much of his hand is showing. And then... Oh, he's hugging or holding a man. So, man has some width to him. He's petite, but he still has some width, right? So, some distance here. And also he's pulling away, so I'm assuming it's more like this. I have to define. He's a man. A manly man. Just so I can say man in a weird accent. I itched my nose and then I lost where I was. Let's see. Maybe I can find a hand position for this because I actually don't know how to... Maybe we rotate her. When you have your hand against somebody's waist, you just curve a little bit here, right? And I wish they could let me mass select the fingers. But the top fingers, I think... So, the bottom fingers are probably closer to the skinniest part of the waist and the top fingers are not. So there's more of like a gradual curve, right? These are things artists have to think about. Something like this. Maybe... But then also, I think because he's tall, it's slightly like this, right? The thumb is like flat against the back, right? So, okay, well, that's definitely incorrect. Seems dislocated. And I don't know how I feel about dislocated thumbs on my partner's back. That seems disgusting. Any more current than this? Okay, well, kind of like this. Okay. Like that, right? Okay. Okay. All right, Mr. Squiggly. I'm gonna trace this part. See how well it lines up, because I don't know. Because so much of the hand is cut off that I'm like, I actually don't know. So the pinky was almost right. But actually, I think even less of the hand is showing, right? I'm sure I could have found a photo of this reference, but then didn't want to deal with the hassle of looking for this specific angle here. Return of the RuneScape rat. Hey man, I don't want to body shame you or anything, but these are spaghetti fingers. I mean, sausage fingers. I mean, you can eat spaghetti and sausages together. Hey, hot dog sausages with spaghetti? Isn't that like famously one of those like struggle meals, but like also like probably one of those childhood meals where you stick spaghetti through hot dogs? I don't know if I ate that, but I'm sure I ate something similar. Not because we were struggling, but because just, I don't know, it's a weird thing to eat, so children eat weird stuff. I don't know. Alright, now this hand feels like bigger than the other hand. Is it just me? It should be the same size as your face extended. Like if you extended your fingers, it would be the same size. Let me just shrink you down a little bit. A teensy tiny bit. Whenever I have this issue where like I cut something and it's a little bit thin here, I mean it's a little bit has a thin white section. Oh my god. I'm going through it. Sometimes I make the layer underneath, and then that way I don't have to struggle. Google. All right, let me see. You want to see where we started before and after? Actually, it was much more before, wasn't it? You want to see the real before and after? Also, what was this? Is this a sketch somewhere? Mystery line somewhere? So here are the sketches that we have, right? We ended up taking, well, we blended 3, but we can assume it was this one. So this is the base that we had. And then I did some line work and stuff, fixing. So this is actually where we started, and then this is where we are at. They have faces now! Oh! Oh! Based on these two characters here. I think they're starting to get closer in likeness. To be honest, capturing likeness is always kind of hard. especially if you don't draw them often, and obviously I've only drawn them like twice. Well, aside from this one. I've also drawn him here, and somehow he looks like this character over here, but like, obviously, we didn't have to do the nose and the mouth, it's, you know. I think he's getting close. Now I'm kind of worried about this character, like, are they... But because I changed angles, it's like, everybody kind of looks a little different angle to angle. What do we have left to do? We just have to clean it, right? But we can't do it today. So I'm guessing that if I could do it like a full stream today and I could have done the 4 hours, maybe I could have actually finished today. But alas, I must do inventory. I do have events. I have events tomorrow at a university, and then I have Toronto Game Expo this weekend, and then the day after that, I have another university event. So, it's a lot. But then when I'm away at these events, I'll probably be working on stuff anyway, so hopefully I can do my best. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a shorter stream than usual, but I'll be back hopefully Wednesday if I'm not dying after my event. If there's any change to the schedule, I'll let you know on social media, I think. Okay, bye-bye!